Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the session on basic concepts and Quranic keywords by worldwide Quran thinkers. The concept of Hajj is normally assumed to be an annual pilgrimage to the city of Makkah in Saudi Arabia. In fact, people save their whole lives in order to go to that once a year supposedly requirement. Um, uh, of Hajj. This is against the concept of Hajj as per Quran. The word Hajj and Hujjat shares the same common characteristics of meaning as in the meaning of argumentation, investigation, inquiry, gathering of information, and evidence through the use of one's reasoning and intellectual faculties. So for instance, in ayah 40-47, it's used in the meaning of argue, investigate, inquiry, asking among themselves, or the ayah 4:165, where the word is used in the meaning of arguments, evidence. In ayah 6:149, when the phrase say that to Allah belongs the Hujjat Al Baaligha, this refers to Quran as the conclusive, best argument and evidence. The word also means to plan or to make a firm decision or to intend to plan to do something out of respect and gratitude. The word is also used in the meaning of year. For instance, in ayah 28-27, it's used in the meaning of year. So therefore, the basic concept of Hajj is not an annual pilgrimage to Makkah. It is a personal, firm commitment and dedication of a person to endeavor a learning process by appointing a set dedicated time, set deadlines for investigation, probing, finding evidence and truth. It's a whole process of getting out from darkness to the light of Allah's Hidayah through Hujjat of the Quran, of the Kitab. It's a firm commitment and a process of inquiring, probing, investigating, and gathering evidence in order to understand the Hidayah, the Quran. In that process, out of which not only one gets the understanding of the hikmat and wisdom behind Allah's ayat, one also gets to witness the benefits of it with their own self and their own experiences. Once they truly follow the Hidayah is understood through the process of Hajj. So if we look at this particular ayat, it also highlights the whole process of Hajj, and it also highlights two important parts of this process as zikr and spending for the benefit of others, whatever Allah's fazl have been given to you, including Allah's ayah, including amwal, including your time, your faculties, your talents, whatever Allah has given to you. So the basic concept of Hajj is to do hujjat on the kitab, the Quran. Once the Quran has been rusula upon us, revealed upon us, the requirement is to do hujjat in terms of our personal firm commitment, dedication to endeavor a learning process by appointing a set dedicated time, set deadlines for investigation, probing, finding evidence and truth. It's a whole process of getting out from darkness to the light of Allah's Hidayah. So Hajj is a firm commitment and a process of inquiring, probing, investigation, and gathering evidence in order to understand the Hidayah. And once Hajj is carried out, and whatever part of Hidayah is understood with Iman, utter and deep conviction, then it needs to be Umrah, lived and practically implemented and applied in our day-to-day lives. Now, in terms of the rituals as per Quran, we have discussed Hajj, Salat, Zakat, Umrah. I'll give you two options. The first option is that Quran ordains ritual. The moment we start to approach Quran through the lens of rituals, Quran somehow seems incomplete, as if nothing is mentioned as to how to perform namaz or how to pay zakat or how exactly to perform Hajj and Umrah. For all these rituals, we now have to find scholars on whom we depend upon to tell us how to do it. And the choice of scholar also depend upon the specific sect that we want to follow. Otherwise, our way of performing these rituals would not be as per Allah. The image of Allah in this particular option is that of a supreme being who is angry with us and from whom we have to seek forgiveness all the time through praying all night, through conducting all these rituals, who does not ask us to do anything for anyone but to try and please him all the time. Therefore, instead of helping the needy with the same money, Allah wants us to buy animal for slaughter, to spend huge amounts of money, as much as or even more than 20,000 US dollars to perform Hajj, and to give out to these monies to the government and luxurious travel agencies. Allah here is someone who somehow wants us to spend so much money to please Allah instead of benefiting others. Now let's look at the second option. There are no rituals ordained by Allah. The sooner we approach Quran with this lens and mindset, everything becomes crystal clear and practical orders and commandments by Allah, wherein Allah asks us to spend for the benefit of others, whatever we have been given fazal of. In an act of being a shakir, Allah wants us to pay it forward. If you are grateful to Allah, benefit others, spend for the benefit of others. Allah asks us to spend for the benefit of others. In this particular option, we don't need anyone or anything outside of Quran and our own aql and intellectual faculties to implement and understand these laws. The image of Allah in this option is that of a supreme being who is Rabb, Rahman, Rahim, Rahmat for everyone, who doesn't need anything from us except to benefit and help others, to act as Khalifa on earth, to be caretakers for earth and all of its inhabitants. Now I would ask you point blank, which option would you pick? Which one do you think is more plausible as an image of Allah? Option number 1, Quran ordains ritual. The image of Allah in this option is that of a supreme being who is angry with us, from whom we have to seek forgiveness all the time through these rituals, who doesn't ask us to do anything for anyone but to try and please him all the time and to spend all this money just to please him. And option number 2, there are no rituals as per Quran. The image of Allah in this option is that of a supreme being who doesn't need anything from anyone except to benefit and help others, to act as Khalifa and to be caretakers of earth. Now we are going to a question answer session. If because of any reason you're not able to ask us question during this session, you can also email us at info.waqt@gmail.com with your questions, and you can also contact us with quuranthinkers.com/contact to reach us directly. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation.